Randy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. South Carolina, it's good to be back home. On my way down here, I was thinking about how South Carolina has played an incredible role in my career long before 2020. You know, it started in 1972. I was the youngest man in American history ever elected to the United States Senate. When I was elected, I wasn't old enough to be sworn in. When I got elected to the Senate, it was tragically lost. I got a phone call when I was hiring staff in Washington. And the poor person from the volunteer fire company said, "You got to come home. There's been an accident." And told me that, and the poor kid, I felt badly. She said, "You got to come home. Your wife was Christmas shopping with your 3 kids. She's dead. Your daughter's dead. And your boys are not likely to make it." Well, South Carolina's Fritz Hollings and his wife Petsy wrapped their arms around me and supported me. And they were a big reason why I stayed in the Senate, because I decided, I said, they can always get another senator, but they can't get another father, mother. Well, Fritz put his arms around for real. He was a powerful senator then. Pulled me in with Petsy, and everything became history. I was the youngest person put on the most important committees in the Senate. They kept me engaged. And then almost 50 years later, another South Carolina member of Congress saved me. You just heard from him, Jim Clyburn. No, this is not hyperbole. Jim has more integrity in his little finger than most people have in their whole body. Jim's a true public servant, as loyal as the day's long. Jim, you and Miss Emily were the best friends Jill and I could have asked for at that time. And thank you for the leadership of South Carolina Democratic Party, especially Crystal. You know, I don't know where you are, but I know you're there. There's so many friends here tonight to whom I owe such a deep debt of gratitude. Mayor Stephen Benjamin, you've been with me for a long time, Steve. And the people in Columbia, through thick and thin. Jamie Harrison. I knew you were good, Jamie, but when I got a call from Jim Clyburn and said, "I can tell you who should be the party chairman of the National Party," I really knew who you were. I said, "Yes, sir." Folks, I was asked 6 years ago on this weekend in this state, I came here. People in this room brought my candidacy for president back from the brink. A lot of pundits, people in the press, had given up on me. Do you remember that? I know I do. But you never gave up on me. You always knew that if I could just get this, I knew, if I just get to South Carolina, I mean sincerely, Franny was with me the whole time. If I could just get to South Carolina, I could win the nomination. And I knew if I won the nomination, I'd win the presidency, because I knew what Bill Clinton and Barack Obama knew before me. South Carolina picks presidents. Not a joke. Folks, when it matters, you were there for me. You believed in me. And I went on to know something else. You should know. I believed in you too. I believed in your judgment, your wisdom, your loyalty. I knew they'd never let me down. So I'm here tonight to say, first and foremost, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. The Bidens love South Carolina. And by the way, I got one Biden with me tonight, Finnegan Biden. Where are you, Finny? My granddaughter. Anyway, Finnegan's here, and all the Bidens are here, but we kind of like the beach too, anyway. But folks, as grateful I am to all of you who have done for me, That night 6 years ago was a whole lot more than about me. That night, South Carolina put the Democratic Party on a path to victory. And 11 months later, I stood on the steps of the United States Capitol and took the oath of office as President of the United States of America. We have an expression in my home state. You go home with them that brought you to the dance. Well, you all brought me to the dance. You're my friends, and you brought me. I'll never forget that. I mean that sincerely. For 4 years, every day, I woke up determined to live up to the faith you placed in me. Committed to delivering on the promises I made to you. To fight for communities left behind. Treat all with dignity and respect. To give everyone a fair shot in to the American dream. As president, I didn't see America as a place where you demonize others. I mean it sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. I didn't see America as a place where some get ahead and others get left behind. I didn't see America as a place where to lift someone up, you got to hold someone else down. I didn't see America as a place that was big enough. I saw it as big enough, strong enough, big-hearted enough that everyone get an even shot. No one gets left behind. That's still the country I believe in. I mean it. And folks, with your help, I kept every one of my promises I made you. Let me remind you what we accomplished during that short time. I said when I was here in South Carolina, I said I'm going to appoint a black woman to the United States Supreme Court, and I told you, and we did it. I told you I was going to pick a woman as Vice President of the United States of America, and we did it. We generated the lowest unemployment rate for blacks in the history of America. 400,000 black children out of poverty nationwide. And across the country, we grew black business ownership at the fastest rate in over 3 decades. And by the way, I knew HBCUs were central to our education system. But HBCUs didn't have the endowments and the funds to build the labs and improve the campus infrastructure. That's why I got us to invest $16 billion in historically black universities. I mean it, $16 billion. And I signed, which I was so proud to do, the Emmett Till anti-lynching law to make lynching a hate crime for the first time in our nation's history. We pretended it didn't happen. Folks, the list goes on. We left the country better than we found it, not only for black Americans, for every American. In the red states, in the blue states, in rural America, in urban America, and yes, Trump voters as well as Biden voters have promised every in America we'd give them a better shot. And we did. When I was president, we created over 16 million jobs in America. We had the lowest average unemployment rate in 50 years. In fact, my last year as President of the United States, 2024, we created just the last year, 2.2 million additional jobs. You know how many jobs Trump's created in his first year as president? 185,000 jobs. Total. That's it. Of course, it shouldn't be a surprise. Trump's the only president other than Herbert Hoover who had fewer jobs when he left office than when he came into office. That's a fact. And by the way, to see Trump give the State of the Union, that's the last thing. Is he still talking? I don't know. But folks, it's unbelievable. The guy talks for almost 2 hours, but never mentions the anniversary of Putin invading Ukraine. Never once. I spent a lot of time in Ukraine, and I've met with Putin more than any other world leader has. The incredible bravery of those people. Imagine how they feel, wondering, are we leaving them? Are we walking away? He doesn't apologize. Think of this. I served for 8 years with Barack Obama and Michelle. He has not said a word, he meaning Trump, about the racist comments referring to him, about how they wrote about Barack and Michelle. I'm not even going to repeat it. Think about it. Think about it. He doesn't mention Renee Good, or Alex Petrie, who were killed by Minnesota ICE, in Minnesota by ICE, or offer even a word of solace to their families. He doesn't offer a word of support, even recognition to Epstein's victims sitting in front of him during the entire time. He never acknowledged them. Folks, after fighting tooth and nail for a year and a half, we're the ones who beat Big Pharma and brought down prices. We, the Democrats. And despite Trump trying to claim credit, I was the guy who signed that law and wrote that law, brought those prices down. We're the ones who made insulin $35 instead of $400 on average. We're the ones who capped out-of-pocket expenses at $2,000 a year, no matter what they were, for seniors. We're the ones who drove health care costs down for millions of Americans. And yes, it was under my leadership that more people in America got health insurance coverage than ever before in the history of the United States of America. Bridges were going up. Cranes were in the air. We made the largest investment in our nation's infrastructure since Eisenhower built the highway system. The largest ever, over $1 trillion. Another piece of law that I had a long conversation with Jim about was the importance of connecting every home and business with high-speed internet. We talked about how the need for high-speed internet was a little like my grandfather needing a telephone. Not a joke, but it's expensive. Access to high-speed internet, consequential. The need is only going to keep growing. That's why we delivered broadband over 23 million low-income households for nothing. And guess what? Under my leadership, violent crime in America hit a 50-year low. Murders hit a 50-year low. Small business creation hit a record high, and the economy grew with record growth. And respect for Americans soared around the world. Around the world. Despite everything you read, despite the fact that COVID drove migration to record levels all around the world, the day I left office, border crossing into the United States were lower than the day that I entered that office inherited from Trump. He is, I won't say it. That's just a fact. On the day I left office, I handed Trump the strongest economy in the world. In the world. That's not hyperbole. That's a fact. America was meeting our responsibility to leave our children a better planet. Our allies knew they could trust us. You know, I'm getting pretty old. 40 times 2 plus a lot more. But I know more heads of state well than any president of the United States of America in all of history, just because I've been doing it so long. And folks, one more thing. The American knew they had a president who believed in, respected, and followed the Constitution. And the reason I was able to do it is because many of the people sitting right in front of me. Not a joke. From the mayors to the government. Anyway. But none of that's true today. Now the Trump administration is determined to erase all the gains we made in my administration. And the rest of the world is taking note. A poll by a respected Pew Research Center showed the dramatic drop in our reputation around the world. We're no longer viewed the way we were. And folks, if we don't lead the world, who does? Who does? Now think about this. I'm not looking for trouble, but who does if we don't lead the world? China? Russia? Trump doesn't think climate change is real. He doesn't believe in science. So he's walked away from the historic investments and commitments we made to clean energy and saving this planet. In 10 to 20 years, I believe that people will look back and write about what a catastrophic mistake it was what he's doing. But we don't have to wait 10 years. We know what a grave mistake it is right now. We know how catastrophic it is for the Trump administration to undermine America's commitment to vaccinations. America's walking away from a commitment to vaccines. Did anyone ever think you'd ever see a resurgence of measles in America again? Trump's already jacking up the cost of health care for millions of Americans because of this weird obsession with Barack Obama. What's his problem? He was proud. I was proud to build on Obamacare. Trump is still trying to destroy it. It's almost, there's something wrong with this guy. Oh, no, I really mean it. And now, millions of Americans are paying more to health insurance because of it. But it's not just my record that Trump's trying to erase. He's trying to erase fairness, equity, history, the truth. To hold the African American Museum of History told them to scrub their exhibits on slavery, get rid of them. Told the national parks to remove signs of slavery because it put us in a bad light. Told schools they stop their funding if they teach the truth about slavery. Told the Smithsonian Institute they too focus too much on, quote, how bad slavery was. Great nations don't bury the truth. They face it. This is a great nation. On the night of South Carolina primary 6 years ago, Jim Claiborne quoted Alexis de Tocqueville, who wrote, "America is great because she is good. If America ceases to be good, America will cease to be great." My friends, I can't sugarcoat this. These are dark days. The threats we face today are not anything new, but they're being amplified in ways that have never seen before. Our future is literally on the line. Our children are watching, and I'm worried about what they're hearing. So we have to be unapologetic for fighting for our country. The battle for the soul of this nation is one that's never really over. My late friend John Lewis used to say, democracy is not a state, it's an act. And here's the good news. In America, the power still belongs to the people for now. And the way to show the power is vote. Show up and vote. And folks, when we do that, that's bad news for Donald Trump, and he knows it. That's why he's trying to pull out more and more barriers, put them up. He's trying to steal the election because he knows if he can't win your vote, so he's going to do everything he can to prevent you from wanting to vote. Oh, mark my words. I hope I'm wrong, but watch. We can't let this happen. Just look at the polls. More people see of Trump. The more they see of him, the less they like him. They don't like that he's raising health care costs, fighting against the Affordable Care Act. And they sure as hell don't like what they saw in Minnesota. Mass ICE agents pulling people out of their homes and literally murdering 2 people in the street. That he doesn't believe. They don't believe the president should be king or dictator. 1 year after his return to office, polling shows the American people say, this is a poll, the best words to describe Donald Trump are, quote, cruelty and corruption. And as a result, across the country, Democrats are already winning in places you'd never expect. So we have reason to be hopeful because time and again throughout history, in moments of great crisis, Americans have summoned the better angels of our nature and brought our country back from the abyss. I've long said American history is not a fairy tale. It's been a constant push and pull between the best of us and the worst of us. And Trump clearly represents the worst of us. But I refuse to believe that it is he who they want to be. We're all in this fight for the same reason. We believe in the power of democracy to pull our nation through the worst of moments. And I have no doubt in my mind, with the folks in this room leading the way, we're going to take back the House of Representatives in November. We're going to take back the United States Senate as well. And folks, let's reach out to family and friends and neighbors. Let's help them register to vote. Let's help them show up at the polls. Let's make sure the vote is counted. And let's remind them, it's not too late to save democracy. South Carolina knows it's never too late. Let me close with this. This week, the nation pays tribute to the son of South Carolina, Reverend Jesse Jackson. And guess what? What were the words he used? Keep hope alive. Well, on the seal of your great state is one of South Carolina's mottos. While I breathe, I hope. While I breathe, I hope. It's just another way of saying what my dad used to tell me when I was a kid growing up. Whenever something bad would happen, my dad would look at me and say, Joey, get up. When you get knocked down, get up. Get up, boy. And folks, I don't believe the good Lord has taken you and me this far to leave us now. So to all of you who love our country, to all of us who are dismayed by the present state of the Union, this is my message to you tonight. There's no time. There's no time to give up. It's time to get up. Get up. Get up. Continue to fight. Continue to fight to be the nation we know we can be. Fair, equal, honest, decent. A country where we give hate no safe harbor. We treat everyone with respect. We don't just remember who the hell we are. We're the United States of America. That's what we got to remember. There is nothing beyond our, I mean it sincerely, there's nothing beyond our capacity. And we do it together. So the world, and I'm looking to you, South Carolina, not a joke. I'm looking to you because I promise you, I hope I'm wrong, you're going to see, beginning now, over the next 4 years, his attempt to make it harder to vote. Who the hell knows? Mark my word, he's going to seek for states to pass laws having you have to have a passport, you have to have this, you have to. Well, can't let it happen, folks. You can't let it happen. It's been the greatest honor of my life to serve you all as President of the United States of America. It's an honor that I never ever thought that would fall to a kid from Scranton, Pennsylvania, who used to stutter. I mean it. So, folks, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you, and keep fighting.